What's up, guys? It's Dr. Jim. I am your CBD expert, your natural healthcare expert, and your worldwide virtual health coach. And welcome to tonight's live. This topic is important. So I want you to pay attention. I'm a little concerned because I'm already blown out and look yellow. So I don't know what's going to happen. I'm going to try to get in a place that I don't look yellow and bad. Again, this happens before. I'm sorry. All right, so it doesn't matter. Oh, there, I'm back. So tonight's topic is CBD oil and MS and other autoimmune conditions. All right, really important topic. Okay, so CBD oil and MS and other autoimmune conditions. Now, like I said, I did this before. The reason I say and other autoimmune conditions, because so many of them have so many similarities that the same things that apply to MS may apply to other autoimmune conditions. So this will make a lot of sense. All right. So now, when you're getting on, if you wouldn't mind, please putting where you're coming in from and whether you're watching it live. Because I want to know, are you getting the full energy of Dr. Jim live? Are you watching it on the replay? But either way, tonight's an important topic. It's an exciting topic. Thank you for getting on. Clarissa and Darlene and Sherry and Nicole. Thank you, everybody, for getting on. Jackie, I appreciate all of you. Tonight is going to be, and Valerie, I could go on, and I could, Sheila, and I could basically not say anything. So I got to get on to my topic. The disclaimer for tonight is I am not your doctor tonight. You are not my patient tonight. There is nothing about this that constitutes a doctor-patient relationship, so please don't change anything about your current medical treatment, because you heard me talk about something cool in this video. And second, this is really important, CBD oil is a natural supplement. It is not a drug. Therefore, it is not for the diagnosis, treatment, or cure of any specific disease or condition, including anything that we might talk about in this video tonight, all right? So this is for informational purposes, help you guide, this lighting, and change your life. I want to give you the information. So tonight's topic is CBD oil, all right? CBD oil and MS and other autoimmune conditions. Now, why is this important information, all right? Why is this important? Well, number one is MS currently is estimated to affect about 2.3 million people worldwide, at least 1 million in the United States, and that's growing, and it's growing rapidly. There's roughly 200 new cases diagnosed every week just in the United States, all right? Autoimmune conditions are on the rise. So this is really important. Now, number two, and this is another thing that's kind of interesting, and it's going to be a theme you're going to see throughout tonight's talk, but the further you move away from the equator, the higher the incidence of MS is, all right? So if you were right on the equator, low chance of MS, and the further north you move away from it, the higher chance that you're going to have. I got to find where this is not making me yellow, because it is driving me bonkers. Whatever. All right, well, sorry guys. This is my yellow video. It's Jaundice Jim. Nice to meet you. All right, anyway, well, sort of there. Okay, now, so as you move further away from the equator, guess what? More incidence of MS. Why? Because you get further away from the sun, you get less of that really good sunlight, you have lower levels of vitamin D, and the lower your levels of vitamin D are, guess what? The higher chances of getting MS. That's a key important part that, listen, the more vitamin D that you have, the less likely you are to get an autoimmune condition. Huh? That's important stuff to know. It doesn't just mean that you have bad genes. Literally, your vitamin D interacts with it. So that's really important, okay? But what does MS do? What are symptoms of MS? Well, think about it this way, all right? In an electrical wire, all right, there's insulation that insulates that electrical wire. Basically, it keeps all the electricity on the inside of the wire, and it allows the electrical current to move quickly through the wire, and that electricity doesn't interact with anything outside of the wire, all right? There's this insulated coating all around that wire. Well, your brain and your nervous system have this exact same kind of insulative coating around all of it. Now, here's the thing. In MS, your own immune system starts attacking and destroying this myelin sheath, this protective coating, this insulator of the electrical system between the brain, in the brain and the spinal cord and the nerves. All right? Really the brain and the spinal cord. So what starts to happen is have you ever like wiggled a wire enough to where you start to see little bits of the insulation around it starts to break and you start to see regular wire? And then guess what? The wire can start to short circuit a little bit, and even if you have that, the lights could flicker and dim a little bit. Well, the exact same thing happens in the human body, all right? Basically, that as the immune system attacks and starts to destroy the protective covering in the brain and in the central nervous system, you start to get shorts in that wire. Now, the problem is this isn't just controlling lights now, all right? This is information going from your brain to all parts of your body, all right? Telling everything what to do. So people with MS can literally, they can have, dysfunction in the muscular system, visually. They can have speech problems, sensory problems, urinary problems, motion problems, sexual problems, like literally anything that the central nervous system controls. If you get in MS, the brain is getting short circuits or in breaks in information between the brain talking to the other parts of the body. It's rough, man. So if you have MS out there, I am sorry. It is awful. Yes, Mandy, it is awful. And if you guys have it, you certainly know far more about how awful it is than I do. You can read anything you want in a book. You can learn all about stuff, but unless you're really living it, nobody really knows what it's like. And I've had a number of patients that deal with it. And the thing is that it's an autoimmune condition. So it tends to flare and calm down. But over time, there tends to be consistent attack and more damage. So it tends to be progressive over time. And that's the really negative part, because at first the symptoms may be like, but then over time they become more and more serious. And that's why this is such an important topic, and that's why we're talking about it tonight, okay? So the main treatment typically for MS and most autoimmune conditions right now are immunosuppressant drugs, okay? The idea there is if your own immune system is attacking your body, if we can suppress the immune system, then that will help stop or slow the damage from an autoimmune condition. And you know what? That is 100% true, all right? Now, does that really get to sort of root cause of why is your immune system doing it? No. But could it help stop or slow down the attack? Sure. I will also say I'd rather not depress my immune system if I could, because your immune system is really important. So how could CBD oil help in cases of MS? Well, the best research that's been done on CBD oil specifically for MS proved that people that took CBD oil could lower the pain and spasticity associated with MS. Now, think about that. Spasticity is when muscles sort of overfire, right? Everyone thinks of like, oh, I have a tight muscle. This is more extreme, all right? This is not a tight muscle, but this is literally like things that like create your shoulder to pull up like that. That would be a spasticity, where the muscles are and they're contracting like this, all right, all the time. And if you can imagine how that would impact how your body feels, right? The pain and the tightness and it constantly firing, okay? Well, CBD oil in this research was proven. It's really the one main thing that CBD oil has been proven to help with pain and the spasticity of MS. I actually have a patient right now taking CBD oil, and that was the one thing that she mentioned, is that it was very helpful for the sort of the spasticity muscle part. All right, so her response goes right along with what the research says. All right, so if you're dealing with the symptoms of MS, pain and spasticity of your musculature and the symptoms that go along with it, then CBD oil has been proven to have a positive impact in that aspect. You should definitely be taking it. I think it'd be very beneficial. Now, number 2, and this really gets into, as we talked about before, immunosuppressant drugs just kind of cover up, or they don't really treat cause, they're just sort of treating an effect. The immune system's attacking your body to suppress the immune system. Why is your immune system attacking your body? Oh, well, we won't worry about that. Well, the most current research, and this literally came out mid last year. This is brand new stuff, people. But basically, just like I talked about last week in lupus, well, guess what? It's the exact same thing they found out for MS, is that a disruption in the gut microbiome is directly connected to MS. Basically, what they found out is that there's a disruption in the gut microbiome. Basically, there's certain bacteria that they noticed more of in people, in healthy subjects, and less in people with MS. And that there were very specific things that they found out that were high in people with MS that were not in the healthy subjects. So the good bacteria, bad bacteria balance in the gut, there's very specific ones that they found that went along with MS. All right? So where does CBD oil fit into that? Well, we've talked about it before, but we know that CBD oil helps kill bad guys in the gut, right? I mean, it helps kill off bad bacteria that can live in the gut. It's one of the reasons why you got to kind of start into it slow, because if you have a ton of bad bacteria in your gut and you just start dumping a bunch of CBD oil in it, guess what? Man, there's going to be die-off and all these things, and they're not going to go out without a fight, and they're going to cause all kinds of distress. So that's why you start low and increase slowly. But basically, this disruption in your gut microbiome is creating gut inflammation, leaky gut. It's overstimulating the immune system to go on the attack. So guess what? CBD oil helps kill off bad dudes, helps reduce gut inflammation, and helps reduce leaky gut. Man, that is one of the, I hate to say it, but we've been talking about gut microbiome problems and leaky gut for over 20 years in natural healthcare. Well, guess what? They're finally catching up, and the current research is actually proving, guess what? There's a disruption in the gut microbiome in people that have MS. No kidding, right? Isn't that awesome? It's good to know, because guess what? We know if we can help change positively the gut microbiome, do you think that could have a positive impact on the symptoms and the continuation and the improvement in MS? Absolutely. So that's one of the reasons why we think CBD oil is really important and could be good. Now, third, CBD oil, there was a research study. Now, granted, it was done in mice, and it was done on what's called the viral, they call it the viral form of MS. But basically, the idea is that they found that CBD could have a long-term protective effect against the spread of this viral type of MS because of its anti-inflammatory properties, right? Now think about this. MS is progressive. It continues to cause more and more damage. People get plaques in their brain and their spinal cord as it creates more and more damage. All of that is inflammatory problems that create more and more damage. Well, we already know, the U.S. government got a patent in 2007, I think. I can't remember right off the top of my head. But the U.S. government got a patent on CBD oil for its neuroprotective and antioxidant effects. Now, do you think that could be beneficial if you are having problems with MS, neurodegenerative problems? Absolutely. So these are the reasons why I think CBD oil, if you have MS or you're dealing really with any autoimmune condition like Hashimoto's, Heidi, yes, I want to help you, Heidi. I can help you. But basically what we want to do is we want to use CBD oil to help kind of do three things basically for people with MS. Number one, we want to help relieve pain and spasticity, really treat the symptomatology, all right? Number two, we want to help with the disruption of the gut microbiome, which is one of the big things driving it, help kill off the bad guys, reduce gut inflammation, reduce leaky gut. And then third, we know that CBD oil has neuroprotective and antioxidant effects, so it can help sort of slow down or attenuate the progression of the problem over time. All right? That is why I think CBD oil is awesome. That's why if you have MS or any other autoimmune condition, I highly recommend that you start taking CBD oil. Now, here's what I want you to understand about that. If you start taking it and a week later you're like, well, I don't feel any different. This stuff doesn't work. That's the wrong attitude to take, all right? Because you don't develop autoimmune conditions overnight. All right, they have developed over a long period of time. And if you think that just taking CBD oil for a week or two is going to flip your gut microbiome around, going to completely flip all of your inflammatory markers around in your whole body and give you the long-term neuroprotective and anti-inflammatory effects that you want, that's just not how it works. That's not how natural health works, all right? You need to continue to take something, continue to work with it over a long period of time, all right? So that's why it's really important. Now, what's also really important is the quality of your CBD oil, all right? It is the wild, wild west out there, people. There's a lot of garbage on the market. I'll be very honest with you. A lot of garbage out there. If you're buying your CBD oil at gas stations and you don't know what's in it, you don't know what it is. So listen, if you want the CBD oil that I recommend, this would be the CBD oil that I take personally. You know why? Because I don't want neurodegenerative conditions. I don't want MS. I don't want autoimmunity. I don't want diabetes. I don't want inflammation. I'm working on my inflammation. This is what I give to my family, my parents. My in-laws take it. This is the CBD oil that I recommend to all of my patients, all right? Now, here's the thing. Amy, yes, I would recommend taking it along with your MS medications. We would never stop taking anything that you're currently taking. We just simply add on to it, all right? Now, here's the thing. If you're looking for the CBD oil that I recommend, then basically what you can do is if you'll just put info in the comments, in your messenger, I'm going to send you a thing. Now, this is what I've done. We try to automate it because I got a couple things. One, if you're interested in the CBD oil that I recommend, you put info in the comments and you will get an automatic message sent to your messenger with what I recommend. Number two is I am trying to help as many people get not only in this business, but help a lot of people in the process. Listen, I'm here to help people, and guess what? I have found that I am one dude, right? I mean, I've known that for a long time. I'm only one dude, but guess what? When I get teamed up with people, I've got some of these awesome people that I'm working with, and then they spread the message, and guess what? When I give a talk like this, now instead of helping 1 people or 10 people, I've started helping thousands of people. Currently, last week's video in 1 week has 14,000 views, all right? So if you want to know the CBD oil that I recommend, put info in the comments and I will send you a link to order. Now, number 2, if you want to be on my team and work with me in helping spread this message of CBD oil, you want to maybe make some money in the CBD oil business, also put info in the comments. That link will be there. It says about the team, all right? Now, here's the third part. Listen, we talked in the beginning about MS being greater the further away you get from the equator. Why is that? Because we know that vitamin D is incredibly important, all right? That vitamin D is incredibly important to modulating and regulating the immune system, and that autoimmunity is in almost all cases, there is low vitamin D connected to it, all right? And then number 2, and this is something I forgot to tell you about, I kind of left it out earlier, not only did they find that gut microbiome was imbalanced in people with autoimmune conditions, but here's the second part, which is really cool. It's people that followed a Mediterranean diet the most strictly saw an improvement in their cognition and mobility and in a whole bunch of their parameters of their MS. So we know that diet has a profound impact in the expression of MS. So guess what? I am in a collaboration with a group of medical doctors, literally the foremost expert in the world in treating autoimmune conditions naturally. And now, they are a group of medical doctors, but they think more like I do, and that's why I love them, and that's why I work with them. But we are doing a type of testing, and I know it shows up backwards in there, but it's called metabolomic testing, all right? Now, metabolomics is the use of very small, so every metabolic pathway that happens in your body has an end product called a metabolite, like a waste product left over. Now, by being able to measure these metabolites, we know exactly in every part of your metabolic processes in your body, whether it be vitamin and nutrient deficiencies, whether it be the condition of your gut microbiome, whether it be balancing of your neurotransmitters, whether it be how you break down carbohydrates, proteins, and fats, whether any part of the metabolic processes in your body, by using this testing, we know exactly where the breakdowns are, and we know exactly how to fix it, all right? So, for MS and autoimmune conditions, all right, the doctors I'm collaborating with have treated over 40,000 people with these conditions, all right? Now, out of those 40,000 people, guess what? Do you know what the metabolomic testing concluded? That what almost all of them had? Yeah, they were deficient in vitamin D. That was one of them, all right? But a lot of other stuff. So this testing will tell us exactly what your body needs as to fix those processes, as well as exactly the style in which you need to eat to fix them. All right? So if you would like to have complete certainty, no more guessing on what to take and how to eat, but if you want complete certainty to take care of your autoimmune conditions, MS, lupus, Hashimoto's, thyroid, type 2 diabetes, just literally you name it in the autoimmune condition and chronic healthcare conditions, obesity, heart disease, high blood pressure, I want to help you. We can help you. The group of doctors that I have teamed up with have treated over 40,000 people with autoimmune conditions with over an 85% success rate. And what does success rate mean? Either a significant reduction in their autoimmune condition or a complete resolution. 85%. If you would like that level of precision medicine, as precise to you as your fingerprint, all right, then what I want you to do is put info in the comments. And when you put info in the comments over in Messenger, you're going to get the three things: CBD oil, join my team, or test. When you click on test, there's going to be a little video, and afterwards, once you look at that, once you look at the test, then what you can do is you can call my office, and you and I will have a free phone consultation to discuss your specific health concerns, as well as, do I think you are a good candidate for this testing? So put info in the comments if you want to know about the test, all right? And the program. Because it's not just a test. A test doesn't help you. You need a program, right? So basically, there's CBD oil. What brand do I recommend? Do you want to be on my team? And then if you want to learn more about the test and the program that we're offering in collaboration with the European medical doctors, I am the first person to bring it to the United States. We are changing people's lives. I am telling you, you cannot believe the results I'm seeing. The test results are blowing my mind, what we can find. And then literally being able to give somebody the exact game plan, like, okay, take these things and eat this way. And call me, and in 10 days, people are already telling me things have changed drastically, all right? So I am excited about what we're doing. So just put info in the comments, because this is the way I look at it. You know, there's really kind of two types of people in the world, all right? There's that guy who just wants, like, I just want more information. And he gets more information and he looks through it, and then he's like, well, let me listen to this guy. I just want more of his information. And then listens to this person. I just want more of this person's information. And basically all this person is doing is running around and gathering more and more information. Now, to be honest with you, I don't like working with that person, all right? I like people like us, all right? People that are people of action, all right? People that say, I don't just want information, I want to fix this. I want to do something. So you and I are alike that way, all right? I know that we're people of action. You wouldn't be on this video if you weren't a person of action. So if you want to feel better, if you want to get better, if you want this to work the way that I know it will work for you, then what I need you to do is put info in the comments, and we will send you that information in Messenger, and then we're going to get all connected, all right? So I know that we can work together because we are people of action, all right? So CBD oil, how can it can help with MS? If you have MS, definitely please get on there. Get connected with it. I think you should be taking CBD oil. Now, just like I tell my son every day before he goes to school, be your very best today. Hashtag never quit. And I believe that God wants the very, very best for you. And the day you believe that could change your life forever. Have an awesome, awesome day.